That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Welcome back, everybody. Faithful EDC here with you today. Today we're going to talk about my bushcraft knives that I've got. Got three different variations that I have, and just wanted to go over what I believe to be good, bad, and the ugly, basically, of bushcraft knives. So I guess the first one we're going to start with is this More Knive, I think is what it's called, More Knive. These things are cheap, $11 to $15. They have different variations. You can get more expensive ones, you can get lower quality ones, whatever. But the carbon steel ones are about $11 to $15. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them on knife retailers. I'm sure you can get them everywhere. To me, this is a good, I guess, truck knife. I carry one in my truck. One, because it's red. Two, I can beat on it, and if I break it, it's not that big of a deal. At $11 to $15, you got hard plastic handle. Yes, it kind of fits your hands, feels all right. It's got a super thin blade. I don't know if you can tell, but my blade is bent. These are brand new. I've really never cut anything with it. It's just how it came. So I guess for the price, you're getting what you paid for. They are sharp. They will take an edge. They are razor sharp. But to me, they're just a truck knife. You beat it up, you break it, you lose it, whatever. You run it over with your truck because you forgot it on the ground, whatever. You leave it behind. You never go back for it. That's okay. Not going to hurt anybody's feelings for losing $10 knife. The second one here that we've got, I got this off of Whatnot. They claimed it was a no name branded knife, just for liability's sake on them. This is made to look like a Benchmade bushcraft knife. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I'm sure it's a $200 to $300 bushcraft knife from Benchmade. Whenever I've got it, it comes with this leather sheath, no fire striker, and absolutely no way to attach it to anything. All this paracord I put on myself. It just comes with this eyelet. So you're stuck with, I guess I'm going to build a carabiner or build a belt loop or mount it with a carabiner on your belt somehow. Really terrible to not complete the sheath, I guess, in my opinion. But I guess for the price, you're getting what you paid for. It's a really thin leather, super like paper thin almost. It just doesn't amount to much. But like I said, I got it for under $18, $15, something like that. And then you pay shipping or whatever. The sheath is actually falling apart on the inside, whatever this cheap faux leather is. The name brand is Huangfu, Huangfu. And from the research that I can see, these are AliExpress knives, made to be a Benchmade knockoff without actually, claiming a Benchmade logo, which I'm glad that there's no logo that says Benchmade on it, because I don't really appreciate that, as far as just, trying to play it off as something that it isn't. So I do like that it doesn't have their name. It claims S30V on the listings. I've looked, it claims S30V, but I can't find any currently that have a price attached to it. Like I said, I bought this off of Whatnot, so It was a overstock seller, selling all unbranded knives. Basically a pallet store that got a bunch of AliExpress garbage in and is just trying to pawn it off to the public, basically. They got me on this one and another one, which is fine. Like I said, I'm sure for what it is and for the price that I paid, it's going to work exactly as what I need it to. I'm not going to go live out in the wilderness and need to rely on a knife for survival. I just not. I've got bad back issues, hip issues. I'm getting ready to have hip surgery here coming up in a month or so. So the odds that I'm going to need a knife for a survival, wilderness stay, the farthest, the most outdoorsies I get is borrowing my parents' fifth wheel and going to a campground that, provides wood for fires. Don't even have to go and forest your own firewood or buy it. They provide all that for you. So I'm going to be whittling and playing with these knives sitting around a campfire. So I'm not really the outdoorsy type to need a bushcraft knife. I really like the aesthetics of bushcraft knives, so that's why I've got a couple. But yeah, like I said, for $18, whatever, you can get cheap bushcraft knives off Amazon, eBay, wherever. Huang Fu, if that's your prerogative to want one of these. I mean, it's got a better handle than the Mora. The blade is actually straight. It's got a decent backbone, so you can use it for, batoning, I think is what the name is. So you can chop, and then you can use whatever, a stick or something to hit this through the wood or the sticks to try to chop them up. So as that aspect of it, for $18, I believe that's a decent buy, decent purchase. But the other thing was with the cheap sheath and not including some way to attach it to the belt loop. I took to my paracording bracelet skills and lanyard skills, and I made myself a belt loop for a drop sheath, so I could throw my belt through here, and it'd just be a dangler. It'll work for what I need it to. Like I said, I'm not going to be foraging for my life out in the wilderness, so it'll work for what I need it to. So I like the feel of this one. Is that going to make me go out and buy a Benchmade one since this one is made to be close to a Benchmade? No. Nope. Never going to buy a Benchmade bushcraft knife. Just not. Too expensive for me. This next one, the last one that I have as far as a bushcraft outdoors knife is my favorite knife that, my favorite fixed blade for that type of use. This one here is the Tops made in USA Fieldcraft by the Brothers of Bushcraft. I selected the 154 cm steel. One, because I didn't really want the black blade that the 1095 steel comes with. Yes, it would have looked fine and been nice, but like I said, I'm going to whittle with it. I'm going to play with it a little bit while I'm out camping or out in the backyard, picking up sticks and chopping sticks off of limbs, off of trees and stuff like that. I don't want to have to immediately clean it, dry it, oil it, make sure it doesn't rust. So with 154 cm, it is a stainless steel, so I do not have to worry about that. So yeah, like I said, this one here is going to be my overall pick. Yes, it's the most expensive one here on the table as far as the bushcraft gut knives go. This is going to be my pick. Just because that's how I feel, and that just fits my hand so well. It's got jimping in the right spot. Super thick blade. I've made it to where I've got a 90-degree edge. I've taken a roto grinder for the fire starter. These come with a fire starter, so that way I have the the 90-degree edge for starting a fire. This is the location you're supposed to use, back here on this back. I find that to be a very odd spot. I wish they would include a backbone 90 degrees like the Gerber Bear Grylls did. I forgot I actually have one of those. It's in my truck. It's in the shop though. So there was a 90-degree spot on that Bear Grylls knife that I really liked. So I just took a grinder and ground off an edge there. The sheath that it comes with the the fire starter. I get to play around with it, make sparks, the oohs and ahs of being out camping or whatever. I'm still going to use a torch to start the fire, but it'll give me the option to play around with it. Has the belt clip, really good retention. It's got the loop on the bottom to grab your belt, so whenever you have it sheathed, let's see, which way can I show it? This way. So say your belt is running this way. I tend to swivel this, not 90 degrees, probably like a 45-degree angle, right? So as it's on my right hand side, it's pointed towards the front. It doesn't stick down, and when I'm sitting, hit the seat or whatever and make it uncomfortable, and it doesn't poke straight up and get the side of me. Or I will turn it 45 degrees the other way and make it swivel backwards. Just for comfort, you can go, it's got enough retention that you can go scout carry if you want. But I just find the 45 with the tip facing forward or 45 with the tip facing backwards is the most comfortable with this included sheath. Tops comes with the survival whistles. There's their information, topsknives.com, and their phone number. I've never personally called them, but I also got a glow-in-the-dark lanyard. I think it's from the Crispy Donut community back when they were in business. It's a super glow. One, for fun. Two, if I, using it at night, sitting around the fire, and I drop it, lose it, stand up with it on my lap, and it hits the floor, I can find it without having much trouble. There is another option with this Tops knife. As with most other knives, pretty much, you can always buy an aftermarket sheath. I found this Tops branded, so it's actually branded as the Tops leather sheath, super thick, high quality, fits in there perfect, made exactly for this. You can buy unbranded sheaths anywhere, basically any leather sheath or leather goods store, you could probably get one. But I found this one on eBay for a fairly decent price. Somebody had bought it, never used it, sold their bushcraft knife, and then was, trying to make an extra $1 or $2 and sell their leather sheath on the side. This one also came with a fire starter. That's how they sell them. If you buy the leather sheath separate on Tops website, you get another fire starter and you get another whistle. One of these whistles is by my back door. I've trained the dogs to come running inside when I blow that whistle. So that's a dog whistle. Is one of my Tops whistles. So there's my 3 bushcraft knives. Like I said, I had the Bear Grylls one, but it's in the truck and in the truck's in the shop, so can't really show that one currently. This guy here, never been sharpened. Still has a razor edge. I took it across the honing the ceramic hone and leather strop, but it has never seen any, any sharpening stones or anything like that. Just a quick little strop. It's made it through a 5-inch branch. Shortly after I purchased it, I went out and basically just chopped a tree down, or a branch off a tree. Sorry, not chopped a tree down, a branch off the tree, and it still held its edge. So high quality, made in the USA. You're gonna get the quality from Tops that you will not get from most places. Just like the like my T-Kel knives, these guys are superior quality to most everybody's fixed blades that I've tested. Made in the USA. So Tops by far is my first choice. I do want to go through these three real quick and give you some weights. We obviously know which one's going to be the lightest, so let's start there. The plastic handled, thin bent bladed Mora is under 3 ounces. With the sheath, you're at 3.89 ounces. Again, not a bad knife, just not my choice. I've got some just because I wanted to have one, but it's not something that you're going to take out into the wilderness and survive with, I don't believe. Your Huang Fu, 8.8 ounces, with their cheapo leather sheath, 11.33 ounces. I've not done any cutting or anything with this yet, or tested it, just to be, on record that I'm just going off of the way it feels and looks currently. This one has been tested. It is outstanding. 11.14 ounces, just the knife. And then with the Kydex sheath is 15.44. With the leather sheath, it is 17.70. So that's what I've got for you. Oops, sorry for that noise. That's all I have for you today. Wanted to go over some fixed blade knives. I posted Fixed Blade Friday this morning, and these knives made the camera roll, so I wanted to go over them. I'm not sure if anybody has seen them on this YouTube yet. But before we go, I do want to announce we have a 500 follower giveaway. At 500 followers, we're going to be giving away the CJRB Pyrite Light. So once I hit 500 followers, I will post a video, an entry video. You'll get the brand new in-box, the Pyrite Light. You'll get the sticker, the microfiber, the pouch, the box, everything that it comes with. You'll also get a handmade lanyard. You can choose from just some snake knots, right? You can choose to have a snake knot with some tails, snake knots with the ball on the end. The winner will be able to choose what they want. And new to the giveaway, this just came in, Wee Knife Roll. I get a lot of comments over on my TikTok about my Vosteed knife rolls, so I figured this would be an awesome addition to the giveaway. You've got 10 pouches for your folding knives, your pocket knives, so it'll roll up and be able to store your folding knives. Even your brand new CJRB Pyrite Light will be able to be added into your knife roll. So that's an addition to the knife roll. I've got to announce that over on TikTok as well and in my YouTube shorts. And before you head out of here, sorry for the long video today. Down in the description, there is a link to Olight. Use that link to pick up any Olight flashlights on their website. That link will take you directly to the Olight website. Pick it up, helps this channel out, helps it grow, helps me get new knives in for you all to watch and look at. Additionally, there is a link to HX Outdoors. This knife here is D2 steel, titanium handles, liner lock with a flipper tab. $29 on the HX Outdoors website. There's a link down below in the description for that, and there is also a coupon code for 10% off. So $29, so you're going to get it for $26 something, $27 for this pocket knife. Now it's worth every penny as far as a pocket knife goes. This thing has impressed me every day that I use it. So for the price, can't be beat. Just like this CJRB Pyrite Light. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Again, sorry for such a long video. There was a lot I wanted to go over with these knives, but I appreciate each and every one of you watching. If you've made it this far in the video, give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what bushcraft knife you use. And as always, take care of yourself and God bless.